Right, folks, welcome back. Week 2 of the Junior Power League. Some amazing games, obviously, coming up in the next couple of hours. Make sure you watch them. There's going to be some super darts tonight. Let's have a look at how things panned out last week then. So let's have a look at the results. We're going to start with the girls. The first game up today will be the girls, and then we'll be followed by the boys. Ruby Gray ran just slightly short with Lexi last week. Lexi running out 4-2. So Lexi got off to a great start. Then we've got Yasmin, who unfortunately couldn't get past Paige, but Paige was just in superb quality last week, and being the number one, obviously. But we've also got Rebecca Allen, ran out 4-1 winner against Lily. Lily doing rather well in her locality at the moment, so let's see if she can get back to winning ways tonight. Therefore, the table then. So Paige and Rebecca and Lexi sharing those spoils at the moment, but Paige and Rebecca with the better leg difference. So that's where we are in the league tables. So, tonight, what's coming up? Right, let's have a look at those fixtures for tonight then. So, coming up first, Paige Pauling and Rebecca Allen. They've been going at it now. Girls Series last time out. Both made the final. So this is going to be a game to watch. You won't want to miss that one. We've got Lily Wheeler coming up against Ruby Gray. And then to round off the girls tonight, Lexi Jane Rooksby against Yasmin Rook Harvard. Paige, good to see you. Week 2 of the Junior Power League. Been a couple of weeks since the first one. Been playing lots of darts, getting ready for this one?
Yeah, been to a few tournaments. Last weekend I went to the Women's Series. I think I got a 90 average and then some like 80 averages and stuff like that. So I think I've quite well prepared for it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Anybody ask you about this performance? Being on a live production for the JPL, have you been talking about that with other players?
I mean, yeah, I think just, I'll just come and then see what happens, and then I try my best to do well. And yeah, I think everyone kind of goes for the same thing, really.
So, know your opponent tonight then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Think you're going to beat her?
Well, to be fair, me and Becca always have good games. They're always very close. I know the last couple of times I've snatched it off of her. But yeah, I think again we'll have a good game.
And preparing just exactly the same way? You've played darts during the week. I guess you travelled up today?
Yeah, 3-hour drive.
And, well, that's the effort people put in to make these tournaments and these events, is people don't realise you have to put a lot of travelling in. And then preparation for tonight. And then, obviously, we've got the weekend. We've got the Girls' Series coming up too. Bit of chatter about that, and excited about the prospects of the final and where you can play that big match at the Winter Gardens. Exciting for you?
Yeah, no, it's very exciting because I think, the more I can do well and win these tournaments, it all leads up to that. So yeah, hopefully I can just carry on from where I left off last time, and then just see what happens.
Not that we're going to step off the gas, but do you think that the girls' game now is really sort of taken off, and there's a lot more talk about what you girls are doing?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I think all the girls now they're capable of putting in 70 averages and stuff like that, and you didn't really hear of that when before, but now you have loads of girls that are doing it, and it's really good.
I think there is a general consensus that you are quite capable. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, into week 2. I look forward to watching a game, and we'll maybe catch up later.
Thank you.
Right, should we get this action underway then? Week 2 of the JPL, and it's over to our man in the comms box, Carl Reddin.
Thank you as always, Darren, and it's our second look at the JPL, which is the gateway to events 5, 6, 7 and 8 of the JDC Advanced Tour, and of course our girls who have played 2 events already. And we have power indeed with our first 2 opponents. Paige Pauling takes on Rebecca Allen, and it's table toppers, both. Creme de la milk at the top, 4-1 scorelines in their first, right, and it's Paige who edges the top spot on average only. But we also had 2 closely fought finals in our advanced weekend. 1 apiece in that one. Who's going to edge ahead? We're about to find out. Paige with the darts, and of course,
8.
we could have a draw in this one. We've had 1 draw in the boys section, and we've had results in every other one, but they've been so close. Edge of your seat stuff.
100.
And these two eyeballing each other. Who's going to blink first in the opening leg? Nip and tuck.
57.
Both big rivals on all tours. Duking it out here on the JPL. And Paige Paul looking at 140, look easy.
41.
And finding the red bit straight away. This is incredible dart. 15 darts gone.
50.
Averaging 97.
2.
And ends up on the madhouse. Paige got to take care of her work here.
No score.
And Rebecca Allen for a 118 steal. Has she got our number? Oh, so close. An early doors in a short format. But not a bit of bother for Paige Paulin, who takes out double one.
96.
England and Ireland internationals.
60.
Game 1 of 8 tonight, everybody. We've got 3 girls matches squashed in between 5 boys.
40.
And the leading lights of the JDC in action. And what a brilliant response this is from the young Irish girl.
96.
Rostroffa chances on the 118, and she's in business and about to go 1-1, you'd expect. Unless Paige Paulin can do something incredible, which we know she's capable of.
134.
Makes it look so easy. 2 great cover shots. But to tie things up, she wants tops Rebecca Allen and does so with a lovely marker.
43.
One thing about that second
100.
JDC Advanced Tour weekend, Rebecca Allen got on top, and against the darts here, let's see if she can do so again. But Paige, early doors, and a beautiful 180 there from Rebecca Allen, following up her fantastic leveler.
60.
Paige has been in women's series action over the past week and did incredibly well.
25.
Is it a match sharpener? Of course it is.
100. 60.
So for the glitz and glamour, not to be on this occasion.
60.
And back on 118. And a second attempt. This one looks lively. And it's a fantastic take. Brilliant darts from Rebecca Allen. And she made it look so easy once again. And how will Paige respond?
46.
Best of 8 contest. And momentum swinging to and fro.
95.
Paige has been up at 97. She's been down at 60 odd. And she's working her way back up.
100.
And them drop out darts normally occur when you're behind in the match.
86.
We could be looking at an instant break back, but Rebecca Allen has other ideas. Back comes Paulin.
39.
Superb darts, 139 to set it up nicely.
30.
2 double tops. Come on, Paige. Not tonight.
40.
So we're looking to put pressure on this tops.
46.
Paige has done fantastic in this leg. 15 darts and on tops.
Okay.
And it was a lovely marker. She used it well. And we're back at a Desmond 2-2. Both a nose between them on the averages. 72 and a 8.5 and a 9.6. Who's going to blink second?
97.
She's so gritty, Rebecca Allen.
140.
Every time she's under the cosh, she responds, and as does Paige.
100.
There's no wonder these are top of the tree. And we've got 4 fantastic girls to come.
29. 56.
This is a big leg. Are we going to see some nerves? Are we going to see some spectacular
26.
cutthroat action?
50. 45.
Who wants to get to a double first? It's Rebecca Allen.
99. 28.
And Rebecca, a proud member of Wimau Team 360. Looks to set things up. And that was definitely in Paige's arsenal, but Rebecca will be back to retake the lead
58.
and throw for at least a point. Edge of your seat stuff here
Okay.
in the JPL. And what a lovely find in the corner of the double top that was. No marker required on that one. She's 3-2 in front.
100.
And one thing about Rebecca, you don't know whether she's 3-2 up, 5-1 up, 5-1 down, 3-2 down. She just has such a poker face. Great temperament.
60.
Paige a little bit more animated, but I think that suits her. She responds well to that.
57. 60. 60. 60. 29. Game.
Well, apologies all round. We had a technical glitch there at my end. However, Paige Paulin just in time gets the draw. A 3-3 draw, of course. I said it could have been a 4-4 draw, but I'm getting ahead of myself with the boys. It's 3-3 the draw, and both girls walk away very, very happy. They're still top of the tree for now. Will somebody overtake them? Because we've got girls action coming up after 2 boys, and that will be, I believe, Lexi Jane Roxby, who takes on drumroll.
Paige, Rebecca, what is it with you two? You have to have a ding dong, don't you? Draw. Happy? Not happy? Paige?
Yeah.
You meant business with that 148, didn't you?
Yeah, it's probably the only good thing I did in that whole game, really.
But you both, obviously, I mean, most of us are watching because we know you two really go for it when you have to play darts. Rebecca and Paige, you both now level because you've just got a point each. Does it feel a bit weird getting a point? Just want to win, get the win?
Points better than no points.
Yeah.
So, do you guys fear each other, or do you actually? Because you come off smiling. You always seem. Do you actually enjoy playing each other?
Yeah, I think it's always quite a good game. Yeah, it's always quite close.
Do you bring each other on in the game then, do you think?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're both having a bad game, do you both have, brings each other down, or if you're all having a good game, does it bring you on to try and beat each other,
I mean, we've never really had a terrible game, but yeah, I think it's just, I don't know, we just kind of play our own game, really.
Just get it and throw.
Yeah.
So, you're setting the standard. Now we've got boys coming up next. So what do you do when you're preparing for tomorrow? Do you go back to the hotel, have a bit of practice, or do you just stay around the venue for a bit, or what's the plan for the rest of the evening now you've done your game?
Go eat and go sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Eat and sleep. Why not? Well, you've made the effort to travel here, haven't you, tonight? So you're going to do that. So is it good going on first, or would you rather have had an hour or so's practice more? Is it beneficial going on first?
Oh, first is better. You're not stuck here ages waiting on everyone else.
I think there's benefits to both though.
Mm.
I think if you're maybe in the middle, then you get more practice in and then you're ready for the game.
Second game would be nice because then you're not waiting that long to start. And
let's see how the fixtures go next week. I'm trying to get you both on again in the second one. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. You look like you've enjoyed it. That's the main thing. You had a good game, and you're both smiling. So you've got another point in the bag, and you've got the girls' series tomorrow. So I wish you all the best for tomorrow.
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you. Well done. Right. Okie dokie. There you go. That's the girls gone then. Obviously still smiling. Let's have a look at what happened in week 1 with the boys. We haven't talked about the boys yet. So Jayden Walker, 5-2 over Mitchell Laurie. So Mitchell's going to be looking to get some points on the board this week. Tergel and Lexi, our world champion, 5-2 winner over Tergel last week. And Jack and Archie sharing a point in that wonderful game that we watched last week at 4-4. Ryan Branley. Well, we had a chat with Ryan earlier, and he's feeling ultra confident. 5-0 winner last week against Jack Johnson, and then we've got Lewis and Ben Townley coming up at the end there. Ben again, full of confidence, doing well in the advanced tour as well. He went out a 5-0 winner. So we had a little catch up with some players, which you can see in a moment. But let's have a look at that table. Ryan Branley and Ben. Lex and Jayden, as we said, all winners, so all to play for. It's very early days in this tournament, so we've got week 2 coming up, the next match in week 2 coming up, and we caught up with the players just before they started. Lewis, how are you?
Good.
Good, I like that. Positive good. Now then, it's not very often I get European Championship to talk to. So how is life with you? What's happened since last time out? Have you been practicing a lot? Have you been playing a lot? How have you had any few weeks gone?
Well, been playing Super League and local tournaments in the right of them, but to be honest, I haven't really practiced much, to be fair. Just last couple of days I was doing about an hour and a half a day just to get my arm working ready for the weekend.
Yeah, and a bit of a journey up. Have you come up early today, or you getting prepared?
Finished school at lunchtime, then had a 2.5 hour drive, so it wasn't too bad.
One of the things that people forget is you've still got school to do. Looking forward to this weekend then. So we've got another night tonight, and then you've got another 4 events this weekend for the advanced tour. Looking forward to those.
Always looking forward to JDC. Then just hoping I can get some wins, just get the points up, just keep building points and points, just get myself in a good position.
I've just asked Ryan, we had a chat with Ryan, who had a very successful weekend, but he's still looking for those little bits of extra. How do you go about trying to plan, how to put things right? Is it just to play your way through them? Do you analyse stuff, or are you just quite happy to freely play, and if it comes, it comes, and if it doesn't, it doesn't?
Just game by game. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. It is the end of the world, but it isn't at the same time. But you still got other tours and other events still to do. You
guys have got a lot of darts ahead of you, haven't you, really? There's lots going on. I wish you luck this weekend. We'll get into tonight and for our JPL, and I wish you luck for the weekend for the advanced tour. There you go then, some words from Lewis. He's got a task now, he's up against our world champion, Lex. So back to you, Carl.
Well, we draw a breath after that first game. 3-all, absolute head bob against Rebecca Allen and Paige Paulin. And now we have the world champion taking on Europe's finest. We have Lewis Cook taking on Lex Passhauser. And this is going to be interesting because Lewis Cook lost 5-0 last month, and he played well. He was very pleasing on the eye for me. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays against Lex Passhauser, who is just phenomenal, by the way. If you haven't seen him, sit back and enjoy this one because he is absolute box office. Formalities are over, the handshake, and now it's time for action. Lex with the arrows, and we're underway.
100.
A very confident start from Lewis. You feel it's one of them matches where Lewis needs to get off to a flyer. Against the darts, this is tough, especially against the elite. But we're talking about an elite man himself in Lewis.
150.
So it's certainly a fascinating contest.
85.
Passhauser was the obvious eye catcher from 2-1 down the way he took out a timely finish to level up a 2-all on JPL week 1.
94.
And then just turned on to autopilot. Phenomenal stuff. 94 average, I believe.
40.
And he averaged over a ton over the weekend in one of his matches. En route to a title
140.
on his maiden appearance, event number 1.
Okay.
But a lovely 14 data. And there's more than one champ in town, Lewis Cook has said. Puffs out his chest. And he's got the darts in leg number 2.
49.
Lex still looks like he's on his recliner.
100.
Soaking it all up and ready to pounce.
43.
In our opening match, we saw both players respond to breaks of throws. Let's see how our world champ does here. But Cook is immense here.
135.
That had 180 written all over it until the commentator curse half kicked in. He looks very focused
44.
and comfortable. It's all in his hands. He's not bothered about the player,
128.
and that's what the JDC installs at a young age. Brilliant grounding for these kids.
45.
Passhauser, 134 to level up. Fantastic. Double top, double top. There's one of them.
94.
Almost a box office finish to respond. Back comes Cook.
100.
Fantastic darts. Will he respond with a double top? Tens will do. Not a problem. If we know when Passhauser's double star firing, he's got the scoring ability. Well, Cook is matching him, and this is a fine contest in what is a best of 8 for the boys.
40.
As we say, the table is very early doors.
125.
And I had a feeling in my waters that Lewis Cook was going to put on a performance tonight, and he's doing just that.
100.
It was a bit of a disappointing weekend in terms of
99.
how far in the tournament he got on Saturday and Sunday for Lewis. He had some difficult draws.
46.
Passhauser was brilliant in his maiden victory.
134.
What a cover shots there. And he's bossing this against the darts once again. I'll get back to Passhauser's route to victory in event number 1 shortly, but this is a 1-4-3 for 2-1.
57.
Disappointed he didn't find a treble there, but straight up and down, as Passhauser says, I'm having none of it. I'll pounce all over that.
25.
And a great first start and a very unlucky second one.
Yeah.
Will it be punished? We saw Luke Littler last night on 110 and we knew that was going to go in. He took out some fantastic finishes. One of our former JDC elites. He went on to a few better things apparently.
59.
And you guarantee that these two are going to be up there in years to come. 2 8s.
Okay.
There it is, middle of the bed. And a 17 dart break. The steely-eyed focus
55.
of Lewis Cook.
82.
72.
No, 72, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Passhauser, very experienced in his young age there, steps back, assesses it,
60.
didn't rush it.
100.
And for once we could have a player on throw, bossing the darts.
81.
Oh, what a switch that was as well. Lewis Cook.
60.
You are the man tonight. How will Passhauser respond? 89.7 average. 140 required after 12. Leaves tops. And he's making our world champion breathe a bit heavier.
100.
It should be 3-1 from here.
Okay.
It is 3-1 from here. And a 90 average. And one leg away from a point.
130.
But we know Passhauser's been in this situation before. Week 1, night 1 of the JPL. 2-1 down under the cosh.
45.
And fired in some near perfect darts.
80.
Tergel was fantastic, and we'll see him coming up, our Mongolian friend. What a player he is.
80.
And Lex just showed his true quality. And for Cook, it's all about preparing himself for the darts in the next leg. If it gets 2 out of reach, he's still got that advantage of throw.
100.
But he's thinking he could still sneak this one. Beautiful darts and a 180 from Cook.
This is 78.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable darts.
140.
84 for Passhauser, and this is most certainly in his wheelhouse. Bullseye! And Cook to guarantee himself a point. And so that's 24 left.
24 left.
Take your time, young man. 2 6s. Will our world champ respond? The Belgian ace.
9.
Lewis Cook found it beautifully in the last leg. Passhauser not so much. Double 3. How's your minerals, young man?
Okay.
Beautiful darts. Over the top on what looked an absolute blocker. And 4-1 guarantees himself a point. He's off the mark in the JPL.
26.
Now, world champ, if he's going to secure a point himself, has to break twice from here.
100.
How many do you see it on
81.
the television darts where a player will break the throw and then get off with a blob? Well, Cook has done tremendously well. A 4-1 up.
60.
And Passhauser, who of course was week 1 winner on his maiden event. He said he beat Jayden Jones with an 81 average in the round of 32. Alfie Cook, so is Lewis getting one over for his brother? We're now Team 360 players, the elite. England internationals. Nico Barrow in the quarterfinals with 100 average. And Barrow, of course, went on to win event number 4.
40.
Mitchell Lorry, who will see upcoming, was the semi-final
60.
winner over with an 85 average and a 92.58 against Ryan Branley, who was also upcoming. 101. Missed the 9 for the 16s, but he will be back with Cook on 194. Yeah, Ryan Branley was outstanding, and we're going to see him. He whitewashed Lewis Cook last month, sorry, and he went on to win event number 2 and 3, and he reached the final in event number 1. It really was an incredible weekend for Ryan, but Passhauser in event number 1,
Okay.
the world champ, as he's took out double 12 in world champ fashion, beat him 6-3 in that one with a 92.59. Went deep in the other ones, including the final,
56.
and was off colour through the whole weekend. So hats off to Lex for his endurance
40.
and his mindset. And over the course of the weekend, we mentioned momentum. And should this one go 4-3, would you rather be the player that's coming back from a scoreline against the darts, or would you rather be the player that's been in front and not running on empty, but Uncle more momentum against them? I think I'd rather have the darts myself. What about you? Answers on a postcard.
46.
It's win the leg or go home for tonight for Lex Passhauser. Maintaining his advantage, and what a beautiful feathered second dart that was. And again, treble 18 proving very fruitful for Lewis Cook. Edgy seat stuff, who's going to win this leg? Double top for a ton topper. And there it goes, our world champion. Takes us to a decider. A fist pump. And the steely-eyed Lewis Cook. Can he serve it out? The 19s has been working well. Puff of the cheeks from Lewis. Be pleased that there was no trebles there involved for the Belgian. And he responds fantastically.
180.
Beautiful 180. And what a time to do it.
125.
In a deciding leg. To join the table toppers.
120.
2 treble visit. And this one looks like going the way of the Englishman. Back comes Passhauser.
134.
And it's Passhauser's turn to use the 18s to full effect.
100.
A professional ton there from Cook. How much pressure will it be under?
65.
Eyeballs tops for a 5-3 victory. A thrilling victory at that.
Game shot.
Cook has been tremendous, and he seals the deal with an 86 average, a 5-3 victory over our world champion Lex Passhauser. Congratulations to Lewis, and Lex for sure will be back. Game number 3 is upcoming. What a first 2 games we've had. Stay with us, folks.
Cheers, guys.
Michael. Double time, Van Gerwen! Michael Van Gerwen! Luke Humphries, the ascension is complete. Incredible stuff. The world number one is world champion.
Cool, Lewis. That was some game. I mean, for us watching, I mean, that was incredible. Right, got off to a great start, but just before we went on air here, you're saying you thought he was coming back at you?
Yeah, to be fair, I honestly started really well, to be fair. I was expected to play well, but not as well, not been doing the hours I should be doing, but then last night playing really well on the practice board, then just done it to the game there.
But you looked ultra confident from us watching. You know, you were 2 maximums, 87 average. Good night's work, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was alright, to be fair.
And also, bearing in mind, last week didn't get off to the best start for you.
No.
You've certainly put that right. So whatever you have done during the week must have added to something. I mean,
yeah.
How did you feel when Lex started to find his little bit of rhythm there? I think you 4-1 ahead, starting to make his way back. How do you sort of put that accelerator on? Because you did finish well, to be fair.
Yeah, I was expecting him to play well, but I was expecting him to play a little bit better. I think he wasn't playing as great as what he could have done.
But did you let him? That's the question.
I think when I went 4-1 up, I was like, I was to myself, don't think you won the game when you're playing a world champ, you're going to win it easily. But he came
you're
back.
a European champion.
Yeah, but it's what it is, yeah.
I think, yeah.
He started to pick it up then, and I just picked up a bit more in the last leg.
I think it's quite staggering how much is going on in your head. All of you, not just you. I mean, generally players in general. Whilst you're trying to, win a darts match. But yeah, some great performance there. And talking of great things, thank you for that. We've got something coming up now that you might be interested in. Thanks. Well, there you go, folks. Bit of an exclusive. It's been a long time coming. We've now got enough on the patch and the regions now to put on a new event for everybody. The JDC Vaults, weekly competitive round robins. Again, for our age group, 8 to 17 years of age. It's not exclusive to the JDC, so if you've got a venue out there that's looking to embrace the junior game and what we're all about, you can get involved. We've got no upfront fees. You've got 8-week seasons, so lots to play for, lots of regular games within your venue. Ideal for the academies as well, if you've got the kids there ready to play the vaults. Huge prize funds. We've got weekly prize funds. However, as you can see, there's an email address there. That's how you show your interest. And then we need to make sure that we've got for you to be able to get your registration in, because there are limited spaces per region. So please don't hang about for this one. It's going to be popular. And one of the reasons why is that the ultimate final of this is going to be on the stage at the Grand Prix. So we're going to have a big stage final as well as a huge cash prize fund for these hugely talented youngsters. Okay, so we'll come back to that. More information on our website, and again, hugely excited for everybody involved. But we've also got a big JPL going on at the moment. And just before we caught up with one of these superstars, Ryan Branley. Ryan, good to see you, mate. How are you?
I'm not bad.
Good man. Ready for another full-packed weekend of JPL and Advanced Tour?
Yeah, I think the practicing's been going well for this weekend. Looking to do big things this weekend as well.
Well, last weekend started off on the Friday. Didn't lose a leg, played very well, and then you went and won 2 out of 4 at the weekend. That must have been what I'd class as a decent weekend's work.
Yeah, it was alright, but in my opinion it wasn't good enough.
In what way?
Just wanting to win every game.
You're a born winner, aren't you? So do you analyse that back, when you go back to the hotel or you go back in the car, how do you try and fix it? Is it something, do you work on little bits at a time? So I don't know whether it's doubles, power scoring, whatever it is, or do you just keep trying to play your way out of that?
Just try and focus on the things I went wrong. I like doubles at the wrong times of keep missing them. Some scoring inconsistency at wrong times.
Well, it's a great place to be in your shoes, I suppose, analysing things like that when you're winning 5-0 and winning 2 events out of 4. Have you been playing much darts since we last met?
I've been playing county in my local leagues. Been playing alright.
Winning those?
A couple of outs here and there.
Good man, good man. So you just don't stop playing darts, do you, Ryan, basically?
Every night.
Good man, good man. Hey, I wish you the best now, week 2, and let's see if you can be another winner tonight.
Hopefully.
Well done. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
There you go then. Some words from Ryan. Ryan up next then against Jayden Walker. I bet Carl in the comms can't wait for this one, Carl.
Edge your seat stuff, as always. Thank you very much, Darren. Great interview there from Ryan. Shows his determination, shows his ambition in the game. The babyface assassin from the northeast of England takes on young Jayden Walker. What a superstar box office performance he's performed in his television appearances on the Modus. And he's carried that on in other events as well. And he's up against one of the JPL and JDC Advanced Tour finalists. So let's see how he does here. This is going to be a cracker, everybody. Sit back and enjoy it. Leg number 1, it's Ryan's darts.
54.
As much as it was a successful weekend, or unsuccessful according to Ryan with his interview there, Jayden was a tad unlucky at times. Big averages and losing in defeat, playing well in defeat.
180.
What a 180 that was. Will it be enough to wrestle the throw from Ryan Branley? Finds a treble, so I'm saying no for now. Blinken, you missed this one.
97.
Oh man, John Molyneux's certainly got his work cut out.
60.
And a lovely setup. So a 152 to hold his throw. I'll put food for thought in Jayden Walker's 80. A lovely treble, but after 12 darts he sat on 80 for a 14 dart leg. What a take. What a performance from our youngsters. Lewis Cook in the last match. And now it's Jayden Walker's turn to flex his muscles against the tabletopper in the JDC Advanced Tour after the opening 4 events, Ryan Branley.
140.
Difficult to find that third one from there. Tried forcing it through, was unlucky.
60.
Great adjustment.
123.
And Branley looking to bite back straight away.
56.
Passhauser was unlucky in coming back from 4-1 to 4-3. We saw Paul and Alan duke it out against the throw.
81.
And that's one thing about the JPL. It's interesting to see the temperament, and everybody has ticked
43.
the positive box so far. Fantastic stuff. Almost a 14 dart of his own. But he'll make do with a 16 to 18 if Jayden Walker doesn't take out one of his spectacular finishes. Not on this occasion. The focus Branley. Never in doubt. Level pegging. And a beautiful 16 dart breaker throw. The success of Branley on the ADC Advanced Tour on Saturday and Sunday was when he had the throw, his initial 3 darts. Very rarely did he not find a 2 treble visit, just absolute dominated from an early stage of his legs and carried that on. Fantastic to watch.
180.
And a second 180 from Walker. And almost a similar position to leg number 1, where he was well behind.
45.
And this time Branley can't find a ton that he found in leg number 1. So can Walker follow that one up? He certainly can. That treble 18 is looking massive tonight from all of our players. The elite of the JPL.
59.
What's that leave?
58.
What an instant.
76.
What a cover shot that was in a matter of 0.1 second. Almost a first maximum from Branley. But it's played at Walker's pace. And a chance for Branley for a surprise holder throw.
2 scored.
The dangers of going that route. Not your conventional method.
Okay.
And Walker punishes. And you get the feeling in this early stage, I said it's played at Jayden's pace, this match. And it's affecting Ryan, I feel.
40.
Ryan needs to slow himself down. Yes, momentum's great when you're in confident mood that Branley's in. I just feel he's getting rushed.
57. 60.
A 90 average players are not too shabby. 83.
125.
Flirting with his first 180. But keeps tabs
57.
in an attempt to break straight back once again. Eyeball the treble 20 after that trebleless visit.
140.
And again, no 180s, but a great 2 treble visit. Consistent darts from both. Oh, 171 would have been beautiful from there. We saw Luke Littler do this last night. I'm sure we'll see Jayden Walker do it in the near future. But not on this occasion. And Branley misses the big 13. Important dart, you feel? Will the Shanghai punish the missed single? Wasted a dart and rushed to the last one. But Branley's back for 20. This thoroughbred of English darts.
Okay.
The thoroughbred of world darts. It's 2-2. And if I was in play here, I would certainly be interested in what the 4-4 draw would be. Because this looks like it's going to go to the wire.
93.
Is it the time now that Branley steps it up?
41.
It's been a slow start from him despite an 85 average. Such a heavy scorer is Ryan.
60.
And is consistency going to take over here?
140.
A fifth attempt at a 180 unfortunately goes astray, but he'd be over the moon with a 2 treble visit.
100.
And we could be looking at our first holder throw in leg number 5. 9 darts, 174.
98.
Randy Hughes, a top 10 player.
140.
Nearly a third maximum there from Walker. In the Northeast ADC rankings. Third or fourth, I believe, in that.
Okay.
And a 76 take. A 15 dart hole, just what he needs. That'll settle him down nicely.
100.
And how box office is Jayden Walker, by the way? Those are the 2 treble visits.
58.
That took him to 2 titles on the opening weekend, event number 2 and 3. Reached a final in event number 1 and a semi-final. A final 4 appearance in event number 4. Fuming at that. Devastated.
97.
Well, I might be jumping the gun a bit. Devastated, but disappointed.
132. 134.
Brilliant darts there from Walker. But Brantley's on the big fish for a 12 dart spectacular.
Oh, dear. 83.
And we know Jayden Walker has this in his armoury.
84.
He's going to rely on misses, you feel. There's certainly one at the bull. 2 darts for double 18. A tricky double 9 to guarantee a point. And move top of the tree. Oh, I could have done with another dart there. What a beautiful marker that was. But Jayden Walker to hold his throw and go 3-3. 2 14s. Okay. Slip inside. Just that. That's a best of 2 from here. Clutch moment double found with a 3rd dart.
58.
And Ryan's averaged 89. And
180.
a 3rd maximum there from Walker. Timely one after a trebleless visit. This game has so many momentum swings.
130.
When you look at Ryan's body language in this one, you feel like he's chucking a low performance, but this is really, really good. Fantastic darts. And a 180's backed up with a 140. The JPL action at its finest.
60.
Two trebles you feel's required here.
94.
He gets one, so the leg number 7 firmly in the balance. Or is it? Bullseye! Great attempt at the 1-2-1, but Brantley on a more negotiable 116. He needs the treble.
76.
So to retake the lead, 2 5s. He's hit it once. And this is where Ryan needs to take his time. He does this so regular. Experience beyond his years. That's why I was a bit surprised in the opening 2 legs that Ryan was feeling a bit rushed.
Okay.
Great take. And it's 4-3 to Brantley. Jayden's darts for the draw. Or is Branley going to remain undefeated with a maximum points 5-0 victory against Jack Johnson on opening night? Jayden Walker with a 5-2 victory over Mitchell Lorry. Are we both going to be sat on level points at the top? We'll find out in split seconds.
135.
What a beautiful first start. Invites the second.
140.
And we still haven't had a first maximum from Branley. But what a leg. What a finale to game number 3. What a night so far here in Coventry.
140.
And it's one of those where you feel Branley needed the 180 to give himself the advantage. But this is great. That's unlucky. And it's over to you, Jayden. 110. Very unlucky darts on number 2 and 3. And it's Branley to secure victory. Treble 14 for double 16 required. Or will he prefer the 18s and 10s route? Or 68. Well, he's definitely not going those routes I suggested. He wants tops for 5-3. Brilliant from Branley. Under the cosh early doors, and he's responded well. A 5-3 victory over the ever impressive Jayden Walker. 85 average, plays 90. A 5-3. Again, another photograph finish on Cheltenham Gold Cup day, but it's Branley who has edged it. 5-3, top of the tree on 4 points. Jayden Walker has more to come for sure.
Right then, next up for the girls, it's Lexi Jane Rooksby against Yasmin Rook-Havard. I've just walked into the room to have a quick warm-up just as they were ready to start. But we caught up with Yasmin just before the game begins. Yas, as I'm allowed to call you Yas. Back in Coventry, week 2 of the JPL. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Yeah.
Prepared well, or what have you been doing all week? Playing lots of darts, I assume.
I've had a little bit of practice, but not much.
And how do you practice? Do you do events a lot, or are you one of these people that practice a lot at home?
Don't really practice at home. I rather go out and play different people.
So proper match practice, basically.
Yeah, proper match practice.
Good. And last week, how did it feel being part of this sort of production and a little bit different to the girls' series? Obviously, you're here for the weekend.
Yeah.
You've got the girls' series coming up tomorrow and Sunday. But how did you feel in front of the cameras, doing a live production?
I felt amazing doing that.
Does it really affect you, or are you so focused on playing? Does it really affect you?
No, the cameras don't bother me. Like, just playing the game that I love is just amazing for me, really.
Right, so you've got Lexi coming up tonight.
Yeah.
Now, last week, bit of an indifferent game for you, but this week, ready to rumble and get some points?
Hopefully I'll get some points.
Well, long way to go. I wish you luck for this evening, Yasmin, and let's see how you go.
Thank you.
And would you believe that was Yasmin's first ever interview? Didn't she do well? So, right, let's get on to the next game. Bit of a buzz going around at the moment. I think this Volts announcement's got everybody talking. So let's get on with the game. Back over to you, Cole.
Thank you very much, Darren. And yes, we'll touch on that mid-match, what we've got coming for these youngsters. A great opportunity. And here we are, game number 4. Two consistent types of event number 1 and 2 in the girls. And the opening weekend of the JDC Advanced Tour and Girls Tour. We had a win and a loss on opening night. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Both look very evenly matched on paper. And it was a very good interview there from Yaz. The Yaz attacks in force. And Lexi, a 4-2 win against Ruby Gray on opening night.
Okay, August.
The handshakes and the smiles, but they're now gone. The business look now from Lexi. And we mentioned the JDC Vaults launching in April, weekly competitive round robins, aged 8 to 17.
50 now.
Not exclusive to JDC Academy venues. Rewards for the Academy players that do participate. Beautiful 140 there from Yaz. No upfront membership fees. 8-week seasons, so it's not all lost on opening night. And one thing we've got from these two is consistency, as mentioned. The opening weekend of the JDC girls, semi-finals and quarter-finals appearances. I'll touch on that shortly after we see this opening leg. Yaz, who played well in defeat on opening night. She'll be sick of the sight of Paige Pauling, but she held herself very well in regards to her performance and temperament. A beautiful 3-figure ton plus checkout, and amongst that, and Lexi got things underway. Our opening match of the JPL, and it was a 4-2 victory as mentioned against Ruby Gray. It'll be interesting to see how Lexi does tonight, because she's been very much under the weather. She's been in hospital all week. She's performing admirably to be here tonight.
33 scored, 69.
And it's surprising what a leg on the board might do. So it's our Welsh girl for 50 for an opening leg breaker throw.
Okay.
And a brilliant 50 take, a 20 dart break. And what is a best of 6, remember. So for Lexi, time on her side still. And the way we've seen the momentum shifts already tonight. It wouldn't put us past an instant response. What a beautiful action our girl from Rushton's got.
45.
Lexi is at top of the England national tables. She bids to qualify for the Women's National League Finals weekend. And all being well, she's off to Lincolnshire next weekend for the Lincolnshire Darts Festival.
75.
Beautiful first start there from Yaz.
99.
And this is a great start to her in this game. Like Lewis Cook, responds from an early defeat on opening night and a 76 average so far. 12 darts sat on 182. Back comes Lexi with a beautiful 83. Nib and tuck in leg number 2.
147.
And what I've noticed from our players again and on the opening weekend, the focus from all of our youngsters is incredible. A good or a bad score, we rarely see
59.
a big reaction. When I was that age, I was doing a Kevin and Perry go large moment in the washing the car. Major strap on going on in the northeast when I hit a 7 or an 8.
68 left.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be too greedy on the treble here. Great dart. Bullseye.
Plus 35.
It's one of them tricky ones where ball management was great, but 75. Level game coming up perhaps. So unlucky, just a little drift there. And can Yasmin take out the 33? The hard part's done with a single 1. Well, Lexi will be back for 35. Could that be a big dart in the context of where the result will go? Very unlucky, but Lexi gets a second chance.
6.
The double-double.
Yeah.
2 threes.
Okay.
A smile, a grimace, and a beautiful take. And we said the momentum swings in our opening 3 matches. That trend has continued. Never looked like missing the double 3, did it? Two 0 down and under the weather. You just feel that would have been a long way back. So what a take that was from Lexi. And Yaz, who's been smooth throughout, has got questions now to answer.
44.
Who will boss leg number 3? Who's going to go one away from victory? Or one away from the point, I should say.
81.
Brilliant last start.
45.
We knew Yaz had plenty in the tank. Very pleasing on the eye in that defeat against Paige Paulin. And responded well in the weekend, like you say. 2 semi-final performances on Saturday and Sunday.
45. 50. 43.
Unable to find a treble. And we could have our 3rd consecutive break, especially with a beautiful dart there.
99.
Takes the pressure off dart number 2 and 3. Holds a slender advantage.
45.
Lexi's got fight. Yasmin has fire. It's in the Welsh blood.
What's that?
14 scored. 96.
Game number 2 for our girls. Of course, we've got our qualifier Lily Whaler coming up. Takes on Ruby Gray. Both looking for their first victory in the JPL. Who's going to get off the mark, or are both? We'll find out that upcoming. And of course, we've still got 2 boys matches to come. She'll be back for tops, will Yaz? Regardless of the darts thrown, this is an important leg. And a very unlucky 3rd. Was aggressive on it. Had to be. 95 still possible. 5 19s.
39 scored.
Just the wrong way round. And double 5 has been kind tonight for other players. It's a tricky one. For an unexpected hold, double 10. She loves 10s.
No scored.
Great drama here in leg number 3. It's not always the flashy 10 to 15 darters.
Too late.
Lexi to hold a throw. Back for 10s.
35.
With a week in hospital, she's certainly been struggling to reach with her strength, I'm told, and
No score.
it's evident there with the tops. She'll need to go in a similar vicinity. Not on this occasion. Yaz for 2-1 and a 3rd consecutive break.
No score.
Double 2. Big dart.
1.
And these are the legs that, if you nick these legs, you generally spring heel into the next leg with a 2 treble visit.
No score.
The way these boys and girls have been responding, we expect it from both players.
2.
event number 2 was on the Sunday of a jam-packed weekend for the girls. And there it is. The House of the Mad is complete. And Lexi holds a throw 2-1. She's reversed things well as she looks to go to maximum points and go to the top of the table. What a proud moment that will be. Lexi reached the semi-final herself. It was beaten by Rebecca Allen, who we've seen earlier on. It was a fascinating interview earlier on after the game, the post-match interview with both Rebecca and Paige about their competitiveness against each other, because they're going to be amongst each other they played each other, so know each other's games inside out, and it is in great nature, but you can see the competitive edge, and they're bringing each other along so well. Paige did fantastic, of course, reaching the last 16 on 3 out of the 4 women's series events, winning a loss over Lisa Ashton. And these girls will aspire to get to that in years to come. As for Rebecca Allen, she's just mustard, isn't she? What a great competitor. And I look forward to see how the JPL and the JDC Advanced weekends go for the girls. Because the 4 players that we've seen so far are leading light so far on events number 1 to 4. And of course, join us Saturday and Sunday, where we'll see the girls' finals, as well as 4 events from the boys.
85.
As soon as one final's complete, we're straight into round of 32 action for event number 2. It's Bish Bash Bosh. And I'm sure Ryan and Daniel Stevenson will be looking to get the job done quick on Sunday as Newcastle take on the mighty Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. Lovely marker. Didn't use it. Time on her side for now. Lexi, who's with Team Unicorn. She visited the site with Jamie Caven. And what a gentleman Jamie is. Former top pros guiding these youngsters. One of Leicestershire's finest. Takes the time. Yas for 2-2. Back on 5s.
Okay.
Never in doubt this time. And a bit like Lewis Cook, had that chest puffed out. And the body language certainly suggested that was never in doubt.
39.
Event number 2, we'll see Lily Wheeler coming up. Lexi got the better of Lily in the quarter-final exchanges of event number 2. tussles that we'll see throughout the year. It'll be interesting to see who can dominate the head-to-heads, or a bit like Paige Paulin and Rebecca Allen, event number 1 and 2 winners respectively, and then a 3-3 draw tonight. So as we go into the weekend, it's going to be fascinating to see who can edge ahead of our table toppers. Very, very little to separate them. Will we see a second consecutive girls' draw? Will we have 3 sat at the top? Going into week number 3. Who can do the basics right, you feel, from here on in? Who can get that timely 2 treble visit? Will they be dancing on the streets of the Windmill pub where Lexi and Dad play the Volton Super League? Or is Yaz going to take the honours back to Wales? Yaz will be back for 95 for yet another break. Double, perhaps? No, the eye line suggests not.
71, yeah. 26 scored.
When the aggressive route.
18.
72 scored.
That's 72. That's blocking my view from here. Takes a beautiful 90 out, does Lexi. And that is the sort of momentum and timely finish that is needed. I mentioned a 2 or 3 treble visit to spark this into life. And Lexi has just taken out a beautiful 90. It's a hole to throw, but it's an important one. She's guaranteed to be on 3 points at the top of the table, along with Paige Paul and Rebecca Allen. Yasmin deserves a point, but Lexi has done incredibly well to come back from an early deficit.
41.
Especially when she's been in hospital all week. And when it comes to showing your opponent indications of how you're doing,
61.
Lexi showed none of that. She's done herself proud.
70.
As has Yaz. down in the trenches of leg number 6. And we're seemingly heading for a 3-3 draw.
137.
And that's the 2 treble visit that was required. Or that we mentioned. 58 after 15 darts. When the pressure's on, Yaz responds beautifully.
No score.
Won't be worried about that. With Lexi back on 238. For now.
Oh my god.
And what a beautiful recovery that was with the 3rd dart. Smiles there from Lexi. And there'll be smiles from Yaz if she can secure a point. With the last dart here. Flirting dangerously again with the 15s. And for an unexpected chance for the win.
47.
Has this leg still got mileage in it? Or is Yaz going to slam the door firmly shut to take home her point? 7-7. Lexi be back for 78. Edge of your seat stuff.
Oh, what is that?
Again, top salutes her. And most nights they go in. Was edging closer. 35 going. 2-8. It's a happy accident perhaps.
Two throwing, yeah.
Madhouse to end a gripping contest.
No score.
Oh, how close was that one? To move top of the table.
No score.
Double one for 3-3. Back comes Lexi. Who wants the win on the point? Lexi somehow takes it. A 4-2 victory, a grind out performance for Lexi Jayden Ruxby against Yasmin Rukavad. And she'll be delighted to take the win when under the caution, under the weather. And Yasmin will reflect on that and certainly come back stronger. Game number 4 coming up.
Is there anyone that gives me a game break?
can tell by the way they're scoring, there may be nothing in it. One man misses, does the other man get? Yes! Double 12! That is the most amazing leg dance you will ever see in your life! I can't stop! 12, and the 9 Dark King lands another one! Covered by Team Michael. Double 12, back going! Michael back goes! No countries, the ascension is complete. Incredible stuff. The world number 1 is world champion.
Just having a little joke there off camera. Lexi, well, look, come on. You've just said, I'm a bit embarrassed about it. It wasn't the greatest game you've ever played, was it?
No.
But, as we've just said, we were chatting, there's many people that probably had a leg that's taken longer than that, so, you know, let's be fair, not the best. But a win's a win.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey? So, you've come to the JPL, you've come 2 weeks, and you've won 2 games. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I guess.
What went wrong? What went wrong? What? I mean, it's like you got a different hand or something. What went wrong?
I don't know, I've been playing terrible for ages.
Yeah, but then what people don't know, probably, I hope you don't mind me saying, but you haven't been too well either, have you?
No.
I mean, with all due respect, you've just come out of hospital. So, you know, things haven't gone too well. So I guess you can't practice in hospital, can you?
No.
So, you know, I think we have to put a bit of that down to it. Other than that, though, now you've got your win. You feel a bit better about tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess.
You're just going to go home now, have a sleep,
Yeah.
and you know, because obviously we're Friday night, have a bit of a sleep and just come back and start all over again, I guess.
Yeah.
Put some practice in.
Maybe.
Somebody be telling us what the practice is. Lex, look, win's win. We've done it, okay? So you got the points on the board. Happy days. I won't keep you any longer because you want to get off now, don't you?
Yeah.
I can tell. No. But it's a winner. Thanks for coming. We appreciate that. Let's get into the weekend. We've got the girls' series up, yeah? We'll get into that. All right? Okay. That's Lexi. Next up, we've got the boys. And we caught up with one of them because we've got Jack and Archie coming up next. And we had a chat with Archie before the game. Archie, good evening. How are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm still getting used to saying good evening with these JPLs. Week 2. Got a draw last week. I don't think I've ever said that before. So what's it like drawing a game?
It just feels different because I don't think I've actually played a game that you can draw in. So it's a bit different, but hopefully I can get the win this week.
Indeed. Well, you're already a winner, as we found out last night in front of about 10,000 people in Nottingham. How did that feel on that stage with all those people? You know, respecting the fact that you are a World Cup winner.
Yeah, it was a great experience. I got on a Premier League stage. Jack, stop waving. Yeah, it was brilliant. So,
I didn't catch whether you were interviewed or not, but did they ask you any questions that you had to answer in front of 10,000 people?
just about when am I going to be on the Premier League stage? I just said 2-3 years.
Why not? No, it's a great experience. I mean, all joking aside, you know, it was great to see the respect there from everybody winning and being in England as well. Let's get back to this weekend. So, last weekend you had JPL draw, you had the advanced tour. This time, obviously, you're probably really gunning to make some more inroads, I guess, this weekend.
Yeah, I feel a lot more confident this weekend than the first weekend. I think it was just a little bit of nerves because I had to try and retain my JDC advanced tour, and it's not going well at the minute, but hopefully I get better results this weekend.
Still number one at the moment, don't forget.
Yeah.
We'll hang on to that one. No, but there's no doubt of your talent. So we look forward to watching you tonight and everybody else watching online as well. And then we'll see how we go for the rest of the weekend. Archie, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, next up then, two quality players. We've got our newly crowned Super 16 champion against our world number one. They're in the room practicing, ready to go. So over to Carl. Ready for this one?
It's halfway through our matches this evening. Gripping matches throughout. And we've got two thoroughbreds again in action. Super 16 champion takes on the WDF World Champion. As for Jack, it was a 5-0 Ryan Brandlead outcome on the opening night, but a bit like Lewis Cook. We saw flashes there that's propelled him to success away from the JPL opening night, which we'll probably see here tonight, like what we did with Lewis Cook. Nothing to lose here against Archie Self. JDC's #1 player. Relentless scorer. One of the best prospects around. As is the Kent Maestro.
Sorry. It's alright.
Archie says in an interview that he's feeling a lot more comfortable coming into this weekend. Looking at the results on the opening weekend for Archie, I feel like he, as rightly so, being the #1, had a target on his head and players played outstanding to beat him. It certainly wasn't Archie taking his foot off the gas. But like Ryan, the expectations, the winning mentality, Archie will be looking to put things right this weekend. Why not start from the gateway to the JDC Advanced Tour weekends 5 to 8 on JPL night #2. Double top. And a beautiful 18-dart hold with his opponent. Matching him strides on 52. Handled the pressure fantastically well. He's off the mark. Beautiful, timely 180. As I mentioned on opening weekend, that was Ryan Brantley's key to success, the way he dominated in the early exchanges. And Archie Self is on a 9-darter, folks. Drum roll. Archie Self, JDC's #1. Can't find the 9-darter on this occasion as the boos reverberate round Coventry. Great sportsman, shipped by Jack. Acknowledging the class. Double top for a ton topper. I was just about to say a 2-treble visit at least, and Jack will still feel he's in with a chance with this one. Not a chance as Archie Self closes the door. 96.97 average. The JPL. Friday night at the darts. A 180 against the throw to start off. In fact, make that 2. And a beautiful 140 start to cement his advantage. You get the feeling that this is going to be a very big weekend for Archie Self. He means business. Almost another 180. But 2 140s in a leg that he has the advantage to throw with. 80 after 12. It's going to take a phenomenal effort to beat that. Double top. Normally an extension of the arm. But again, for Johnson, the 2 treble visits are coming slightly late. Moves over, couldn't find it. And that 2 treble visit rewarded with a 91 attempt. Great dart, double 16. What a beautiful adjustment. Shimmies over once more. The lefty finds double 10 beautifully. Use it as a guide. And Archie self is one away from a point. But you want maximum points. An unbelievable draw in week number 1. Jack Nankovissa will see coming up. Battle back tremendously well. Timing is run to the draw perfectly. Archie self certainly didn't do nothing wrong with a 90 plus average. And yet another maximum. $81 required. 9 darts gone. Ball management. Double 10. Big fish opportunity from Jack. Oh, I would love to have seen that go. Or at least the first dart. Two twos. 4-0 to Archie self. England International World Cup winner. Brilliant response there from Jack. And again, 4-0 down and digging in deep. Performed brilliantly with a 5-2 victory in that Super 6 final. And we're nearly on a second 9-darter after 6 darts. Great effort there from Jack. 5-2 victory. 5-2 victory was it? I'm trying to think. Let me think off the top of my head. It was 5-2. He came back well. And snuffed it out beautifully against the youngster. I'm going to go 5-3. In front of a appreciated audience in Milton Keynes. And what a 12-darter that is from Jack Johnson. The 13-year-old who holds county experience at Kent level. Certainly has the confidence to bounce back. We've seen legs against the throw to and fro, but we haven't seen a comeback like this tonight. And you felt after 6 darts, that was a window of opportunity. But Archie responding well. Archie will remain unbeaten. One of the favourites for the JPL. Brilliant pressure. 58 for the match. His opponent sat on tops. It means so much to the players. It means so much to Archie self to get the victory there. A commanding performance. Nothing in it in the averages. And a brilliant performance from Jack. But it's Archie's night. 5-1. We'll see both players no doubt over the weekend. Archie moves on to 3 points. And as for Jack, his win will come, no doubt. Game number 6 upcoming.
Then you were cruising along really nicely, 4-1 up, and it's happened again.
Yeah, I mean, I just switch on at the minute.
But as we were just chatting quickly before we came on, everybody seems to, you get 4-1 up and then everybody seems to go berserk. You get 7 treble 20s in a leg or something, and then the next one is on 180s or 9 dot possible. Is it just because you're that hard to beat? They've got to play like that.
I guess so, because like it happened last week, like Jack, I was 4-1 up against him and he hit everything to make it back to a 4-4 draw. When I went 4-1 up against Jack again, he went 180, 125. That's a great leg, and then
it's a great watch for us, but I appreciate it. So again, we always looked at a bit of an insight into you top players. Are you getting frustrated at that point, or are you actually just thinking, hang on a minute, what's going on here?
In my brain at the time, I was thinking, it's gonna happen again. So I was just switch back on and just try and play like you normally do.
You don't want another draw.
No.
Got to win now. Lovely. So been a good week and ended well on Friday night. Looking forward to the weekend then.
Yeah, if my darts flow like that, then I think I'm prepared and ready for the weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be watching. Archie, great to see you. And you can go off and have your pizza now, as we were just discussing before. There are plenty of varieties available. So yeah, you must be starving. So you played really well. Enjoyed the watch. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Forgot. Jack, good to see you. Well, I say we saw you. Had a good night last night, didn't you? About 10,000 people watching, weren't there?
Yeah, it was different.
Congratulations, obviously, on being a World Cup winner. But let's get back to business this weekend. We're on to week 2, JPL. Chatting to Archie earlier. A bit of a weird one because you drew a match last week. I've never said that before. Does it feel a bit weird drawing a game of darts?
It feels weird, obviously, but from being 4-1 down, it almost felt as good to win. So just get as many points as you can. Draw's a draw, win's a win at the end of the day.
That is the beauty of it, I suppose, is getting points. This weekend then, after tonight, we're into the Advanced Tour again. How did last week pan out for you last weekend?
It was alright. Started off a bit slow. Second tour was back onto the B. Third tour making the final was obviously good. Probably could have taken a few more chances against Ryan, but it's what it is.
Yeah, we enjoyed that when you came right back at him, didn't you? So yeah, the talent that you guys are putting on show here. I was just looking back at some of the figures from last week. Most of you are chucking 90 plus, mid 90 averages. You know, whether you win or lose. Do you feel this kind of games that the top players playing each other all the time is actually raising those standards?
Yeah, obviously, if you play someone at the top, you know you've got to play well to beat them. So you are ready from dart one to be attacking the whole game. If you can't lay off.
There's no respite, is there, really, at all? Just one thing but we must mention before we let you get on for the evening is this documentary. You're very used to cameras, aren't you? And very used to being interviewed by the looks of it. How did that feel, being part of that documentary and possibly inspiring a lot of youngsters to get involved in our game?
Felt good, obviously. At the end, the cameras were getting a bit annoying, but...
That's because you do want to get on with your darts, that's why. But no, it was a great watch, and thank you for doing that, because obviously, as I said, there are going to be lots and lots of young children, especially now, at this point, wanting to know a little bit about our game and what it's just like for a human being like you to play the sport. And I congratulate you on that one. Okay, let's get into it. So week 2, Vans Tour tomorrow. I wish you all the best for the weekend.
Thank you.
I'm back. I got carried away with pizza and Archie's wonderful game of darts. Sorry, Jack, didn't introduce Jack there. Okay, so the boys are in the room, just warming up. I think we've broken the internet with the Vault, so then see how that's going to pan out. And Robbie's email address is going nuts. So let's get Jack Johnson, Jack Nankervis, and Tergel back on. Carl, ready for this one?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Darren. Popcorn out for this one. Jack Nankervis against Tergel of Mongolia. Ulaanbaat's finest against Jumpin' Jack. And as Darren mentioned, the average is regularly in the 90 pluses. I'm going to put it out there that this will be certainly amongst that category. I think that the momentum, the flow of this game will both feed off each other. I'll bring out the best. Tergel was fantastic in defeat on opening night. Led 2-1 and missed a great opportunity on the ball for 3-1. That was punished, but there was very little separating the JDC's world champion and Tergel of Mongolia. And as we mentioned, Jack undefeated, a draw on his first night, but he'll be over the moon with that. A 4-1 deficit he retrieved against Archie Self, who we've just seen. And I'm going to put it out there that Archie's going to have a big weekend. And it wouldn't surprise us one little bit if these two players on screen right now feature in 1 or 2 finals.
180.
Blinking, you missed this one. Jack Nankervis is in the lipstick immediately. And when you look at Tergel there, you get a bit of Mason-esque about him, don't you? Hi, Chris, if you watch him.
85.
So 76 for a dominating holder throw.
20.
Will it be punished, that sloppy visit? Because if it went from bad to worse after a brilliant setup after 12 darts. Not to be on this occasion. So Jack will be back to put things right.
58.
Second on the order of merit in the JDC Advanced Tour.
Okay.
And with darts like that, he'll be looking to top the tree in 2025. As mentioned on opening weekend, reached a final. Battled back well in that one.
140.
But he's a great front runner as well. Not many players can say they've whitewashed Ben Townley, who's upcoming in our final boys match. He did that en route to the final. A match that was featured online on our Facebook and YouTube channels with the JDC.
134.
Great fight back in that one too. Treble visit. Tergel though, 2-6-1 after 6, and looking to leave himself handy. Cool as ice is Tergel. Chance at it. Double 18 for a 1-2-1 check out.
Okay.
Brilliant darts from Tergel. And a great response after Jack's opening
100.
dart hold. That was a classy 1-2-1. Didn't need to go the bull route, but he executed the 25 and the 18s brilliant.
134.
And he's has a slender advantage in leg number 3. 103.6 average. And we rattle on about averages. I know we're very early in the match. But there was a match in the opening weekend where him and Ryan Branley matched strides with 100 average a pair. A 5-2 victory for Ryan Branley in that one. But Tergel also had some brilliant
140.
results in beating Archie self. Superb darts there from Jack. Responds brilliantly.
59.
Yeah, Tergel took out some big performances, big players in his route to semi-finals and quarter-finals. Huge setup there from Jack. Tergel on a non-finish, so Jack will be back. Two players that sit 4th and 5th in the JPL table, in the JDC advanced table.
140.
Yes, we're two tournaments further on. 4 events played in that one. So a little more indication that these two are going to be at the top of the table, duking it out on these performances.
180.
Superb darts.
140.
No nonsense, Jack, is he? Supreme confidence in his ability. Unfortunate not to be on our third 9 darter
78.
after 5 and 6 darts. But 185 after 6 will be nice.
60.
2 tough openers from Tergel.
97.
Playing the JDC World Champion in Lex Passhauser. And then having to take on Jack Nankervis. There's no easy match in the JPL.
Correct. Thank you. 140.
Almost a dead cat 180, you feel. Tension. Beautiful dart. Under immense pressure. And with 2 all.
57.
Supreme class from both players. Both players that'll certainly do the JDC proud if they get the opportunity. As will many of the JDC Advanced players and players that want to participate in the JDC Vaults, which launches in April, folks.
100.
Check out the JDC social media streams for more information on that one.
83. 2, sorry.
No upfront membership fees.
99.
And the final at the Morningside Arena in Leicester. The World Grand Prix of Darts, the double in, double out format. Formerly on the Emerald Isle.
46.
As mentioned, we expected both players to be in the 90s. And they're doing just that. Friday night. Where else would we rather be than Coventry? Or watching this from the comfort of our homes. The JDC Centre of Excellence.
100.
Turn not good enough, you feel, as Jack goes to 60 for 3-2.
Okay.
It's a 5th consecutive hold of throw. And each time Jack goes in front, Tergel responds.
140.
But Jack looking to kick for the winning line. A 2 treble visit of his own. 94 plays 92 averages, pretty much 93 for Tergel.
80.
Two 14-year-olds in action here.
43.
Amazing stuff. The Junior Power League. What a start it's been. I mentioned Tergel in his 100 average performance against Ryan Branley. That was a semi-final, that was. And earlier on in the round of 16, Tergel took out Archie Self, who we've just featured there with a classy 5-1 performance. 91 average he had against Archie, who had a 92. So evenly matched in the averages, and a 4-2 victory that was at the round of 16. So these two players are winners waiting to happen for sure in 2025 on the JDC Advanced Tour. Join us, folks. Events 5 and 8 over Saturday and Sunday from 11 AM. Rapid fire action, one after the other.
43. Okay.
There we have 4-2.
99.
Half a blink of the eye and you'd have missed that one. There's a beautiful adjustment on the treble 16.
60.
And Jumping Jack looks to cement his advantage. 2-2-2 after 6. 4-2 up. Are we going to see Tergel have back-to-back 5-2 defeats in playing unbelievably well? It's certainly looking that way. One thing's for sure, Jack will remain undefeated. His draw against Archie Self, backed up by a win here if he takes out the big fish. Doesn't need to.
48.
And with Tergel way back, went for a bit of ball practice.
44.
40.
Yeah.
Went for the 25 with the bullseye of the 25. Sets himself up nicely though.
82.
Great board management from Jack. England International, England World Cup winner. Two elite forces collide. And it looks like going in favour of the Englishman.
Game shot on the match.
Tops has been kind. It's kind once again. And Jumping Jack advances up the table. Classy from Tergel. We'll see more of him over the weekend. And of course, in week number 3. But it's Jack's night. Penultimate match of the night upcoming. Join us. Stay with us, folks.
Well, don't know about you, but I enjoyed that. Did you?
Yeah, it was nip and tuck at start. I think the break at 3-2 to make it 4-2 was definitely what gave me the confidence to think I can win this by a decent scoreline.
Are you getting quicker?
I don't really know. I don't think about it. Just throw.
So you are a very a very natural player then. It must be just something that comes incredibly natural, because how on earth you can calculate that fast? I mean, you're giving our sort of camera people and our production team here, their money's worth, because they're having to work out so quickly. It's milliseconds. And what if you miss it? You seem to know what it is immediately. How do you do that?
I find I've been playing long enough for it all just to be muscle memory at this point. And when you're on a finish, you know what the two numbers next to it leave you. You think about it when your opponent's throwing. You just got to figure it out before, so you're not having to lose your rhythm stepping back.
So you'll put it down to doing it a lot of repetitive kind of play, but some of us have been doing that for 40 years and we still can't do it. But you just have a natural ability to get around that dartboard, and you use a lot of the dartboard, which is great. I like to see that. But well, I have to say that was just a great match to watch. But you then stood and looked at the results and go, Archie's a leg ahead of me. It's only week 2. Are you really analytical about that?
No, I just, after last year especially, finishing only a few points behind him in the advanced tour, I just want to get ahead of him just to get one back.
Absolutely. Hey, you're here to win, aren't you? At the end of the day, you're very competitive young people, so you're all here to win. Congratulations, win under the belt, better than a draw.
Yeah, I mean, both of them have felt like wins. One of them has been, one of them's been a draw. So take it.
It's a pleasure to watch you. Really, really was. Now then, the girls are up next. So we've got Lily and we've got Ruby, and we caught up with Lily just before the game. The girls' game in particular, with the girls' series coming up obviously this weekend. Yeah. We seem to have changed the curve, I think. I think a lot more people now are getting to understand that we don't have to, do anything special. You guys are very talented. You're also leading by example. And I also hear that you're doing that even at your community level within your academy. Tell me about the academy, what you're doing there.
Yeah, obviously girls are obviously invited, and we're going to try and start a girls only session just to make it a bit more comfortable space for them to come, because it's a male dominated game anyway, so some of the girls don't want to join in, so if they feel like they can, then obviously it's going to grow more.
Well, that's fantastic, because there'll be people watching here that have got academies. There's lots and lots of girls in academies out there.
Yep,
so, with people like you pioneering that is just great news. Lily, I wish you all the best this weekend, obviously tonight, and for the girls' series this weekend.
Thank you.
There we are then, some great words from Lily. I mean, they're doing some great work at this community level in their academies, and really a pioneer for the girls' game. It's great to see. Jack's game was good as well. So quick. I think we broke the internet. Yes, with the Vaults announcement this evening. So if you are interested, because it's regional, can't have millions of you. So if you're interested in doing that in your community, your area, then please email Robbie, our wonderful tournament director, who's putting this on as well tonight. So yeah, get your name down for that one. Right, should we get the girls on? Carl, you ready?
Certainly am. Our penultimate match of the night and our final girls match. Who's going to get off the mark? Lily Wheeler or Ruby Gray? Both played well again in defeat. Showed a lot of credit. And both players up there after 2 weeks on the Order of Merit in the JDC Girls Tour. 2 brilliant girls matches so far. Lily, who lost to Rebecca Allen 4-1 on opening night of the JPL. And Ruby got things underway. Always hard to do that. The pressure cooker scenario. And lost 4-2. Played well in defeat, as said, against Lexi, Jayden Rooksby.
66.
And Lexi Jane, fantastic in her performance. Fresh from hospital and dug in tremendously well.
48. 45.
Lily gets things underway in this one.
83.
With a very smooth action as Ruby.
29.
Another pleasing on the eye in defeat. Can sense there's a lot more to come from her. Whereas Lily came through the qualifiers.
74.
And that was a crack field. Only one qualifier in the girls.
130.
Almost our first maximum of the match. A timely 2 treble visit.
60.
And an attempt to break. So the baby fish is denied. And for an impressive 19 dart break a throw. 21 will do.
26.
Wheeler has an opportunity. 90 going.
Okay.
Brilliant first dart. Brilliant second dart. And what a take that was. It's those kind of finishes that propel you to latter stages of tournaments. But in a one-game shootout that the JPL is tonight, to take that out under pressure in the opening leg is fantastic.
81. $140.
Smooth, beautiful action.
66.
In pole position to hold her throw. But a great last start that was from Lily.
77.
Edge of your seat stuff here in Coventry.
55.
Each match has had their own unique flavour. And we're going to have that throughout the season here on the JPL.
58. 51.
Time on our side, and that's a welcome
130.
two-treble visit there from Ruby Gray.
98.
150 if she gets a chance, but a more handily 72 going. She'll stay in that direction on 48. She's took out 90. That would have been an unbelievable 150 to add to that. We saw Luke Littler firing 3 ton pluses in one match last night, but Ruby Gray levels things up. She'll feel she should be 2-0 up, but she responded beautifully to level up a 1-all.
26.
It's Wheeler's darts, leg number 3.
100.
Lily with a handy ton to respond to a 26 scoreline.
119.
But Ruby's having none of it. She says that's a one-off and fires in with 2 treble 19s. As we say throughout the night, great temperament from these youngsters.
31.
Lily, who sits 33rd in the WDF rankings and 6th in the UK and Ireland girls.
81. 140.
And once that second dart went in, the third dart never looked like missing.
38.
And 3 holds a throw, looks on the cards.
42.
Double top for 2-1.
40.
Very unlucky. Ruby will be wishing she kept close of order, but she has a shot at it. Bullseye for a 164. Ruby Gray, fantastic effort. And a relieved Wheeler comes back and nails double 10. Great drama here in Coventry. Our final girls match of the night.
51. 60.
Both players certainly bringing out the best of each other. This is a very fluent match. Ruby averaging 70. Wheeler not far back, but has the advantage in leg difference. That's what counts.
32.
And despite Lily's 4-1 defeat against Rebecca Allen, what an achievement it was to qualify on the night.
100.
And then to be last on, to have to wait after such an adrenaline rush.
100.
To have to wait your turn. Especially not knowing the length of time that the games are going to be on before that in preparation. So we're definitely seeing the best of Lily tonight.
145.
This is a brilliant performance. And Ruby Gray's been quality as well. As we look to go 2-all. It's a hard one to call this. Double 10 for a tonner. When Lee took that 90 out, you feel that she's, each time she goes for this kind of range, the 1-2-5s, that she's got a chance of taking it, the confidence.
Nice score.
Double 10 to tidy up, 2 5s. Back comes Wheeler for 40 for an unexpected 3-1 advantage.
Okay.
Takes it out beautiful. And that's the difference between the pair so far. Ruby's been fantastic on her scoring. Lily's been consistent in all departments. And has the advantage. She's guaranteed a point. She's off the mark in the JPL.
38.
And it's a break and a hold required from Ruby Gray. England Youth International.
120.
Team Winmar 360. A player who topped the England Youth Grand Prix standings,
66.
which finished the back end of the year.
78.
A Suffolk County A player. And after the opening weekend of JDC Girls Events 1 and 2, the table stands with Ruby in 6th position
58.
and Lily in 9th. How will both players fare? Will we see them in action at the business end of Saturday and Sunday? You wouldn't put it past them.
55.
And I know it's early doors in the competition, but a 4-1 defeat and a 4-1 victory would be nice for Lily's leg difference. I don't think that's of any concern at all to her. It's all about getting the W. Beautiful ton there from Ruby. But it's 94.
78.
And that would have ended a classy performance. But Ruby breathes light in 69. Eyes up the 19s. 10 for top, so is she going to go the 18s route? 2 minds perhaps, and that's maybe why she missed it. Lily for the match.
No score.
And she's busted. We've seen a few drift into the 15s on 10s, and we've seen a 16s in 8s. And Ruby Gray continues her pursuit for her first point of the competition. And she has the throw on the deciding leg.
41.
Will that play on Lily's mind? Missing the opportunity for match darts. Mitchell, Laurie and Ben Townley to come to conclude the night. And what has been a brilliant night of JPL. Can't wait for the third one.
100.
Solid ton there from Lily. How will Ruby respond?
26.
Has been a real ding-dong affair, this one. Fascinating contest. Ruby's had her chances.
90.
But Lily's took her chances.
67. 79. Sorry. 99.
Great 99 there. Should be back for it because the 162 can't go. And for a thoroughly polished performance, unfortunate to drift into the 15s. The treble 5. Double top 2 in hand.
38.
Mr. B box office, double 10.
60.
It's Lily's turn.
15.
Drama at the end of this one. I fancy Ruby to get this.
Game shot.
She takes it out first start. And we've got a draw. Our second draw of the evening. Very little to separate our girls. Ruby's battled back brilliantly. Relentless from her at the end. And Lily, a great performance. Both players off the mark in the JPL series. Our last match of the night is upcoming, folks. Stay with us.
Incredible stuff. The world number 1.
There we are then. Great advert for the girls' game that was. Enjoyed that one. Right, last game of the night. We've got a certain Ben Townley and Mitchell Laurie. So we've got some experience now for the last game. And we caught up with Ben just before tonight. Ben, good evening. I'm still saying good evening, getting used to that. Welcome to the second week of the JPL. Are you ready to rumble?
Yeah, I'm ready. Just been practicing upstairs. It's got a long wait because I'm on last. So.
You're on last weekend. Yeah. Saving the best to last, Ben.
I hope so.
So yeah, week 2. Let's have a look back at last week. How you felt about the JPL, the production, and getting excited about this sort of new tournament, and then followed by the 2 days of advanced tour, which you highlighted as you wired a 12 for a 9 darter.
Stop reminding me.
Good. You guys are brilliant. I was just looking back at some of the averages, and pretty much all of you are like 90, mid-90s, regular, and you're all good. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is it improving your game?
Yeah, playing against the best youngsters, probably in the world, it improves anyone's game, won't it? So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But the advanced tour, there's obviously 32.
Yeah.
Here, there's only 10 of you.
Yes.
So literally every leg counts, doesn't it?
Yeah, you just as soon as you get to the double, you just monitor it and get it over and done with, and then you're more relieved. So.
And I guess when you're playing these top players, every time you're on a finish, they're pretty much ready to do theirs as well. There's not a lot of numbers in between, is there?
Yeah, and you don't really care about averages and stuff. You just, as long as you win. On to the next game. So.
Do you feel that a lot of youngsters out there are probably taking too much interest in their averages when actually you want to win? Yeah,
I get told when I'm back home in vaults and stuff, people are telling me don't care, but you're always looking at them. So it's hard to. But when you're under real pressure, you sort of forget about them. So
one eye on tonight then. Had a look at Mitchell. He's up next. Have you played Mitchell Laurie before?
No, but I think we're both similar level in our darts
indeed,
and that. So I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that one, and let's see who we have at the end of the night. Ben, I wish you all the best. You've had a cracking start to the season this year with the JDC as well.
Yeah.
Let's see how you go tonight.
Thank you.
Some great words then from Ben Townley. Ben, looking for another victory. Mitchell looking for his first. So let's see how this match pans out for the final time this evening. Carl, over to you.
Thank you very much, Darren. And a great interview there it was from Ben. A very level-headed young man. Cool as ice, takes everything in his stride. Against one of the elite forces north of the border, Mitchell Laurie. Mixed results from the pair on opening night. Ben was one of our 2 qualifiers that battled it through to feature at the end of the night, and it was a fruitful wait for him in a 5-0 victory over Lewis Cook, who we saw brilliant performance tonight earlier on. So it shows the class of Ben Townley in beating Lewis by that scoreline.
100.
And as for Mitchell, it was an early match for him, the first boys match of the tour.
100.
The 5-2 defeat against Jayden Walker.
180.
And a beautiful first maximum in the opening leg. There's going to be some high scores in this one.
85.
Part of the opening weekend. On the Sunday it was, I think it was event number 3, we saw Ben Townley miss a 9-dart finish. Unfortunately, very close to perfection.
100.
A heavy scoring affair. Both with the action and temperament to hold up under pressure. And almost a brilliant check out there for Mitchell. And what would have been a 12-dart supreme opener.
96.
Beautiful marker.
25.
Ooh, we've seen double 15 hit positive and negative tonight. And a 120 steal perhaps. Looked an awkward lie with the way the first one was stood up. Mitchell bereaved. Can he take care of his work? Double six. A relieved Mitchell Lorry, but a very classy opening leg.
99.
And it was opposites in terms of results on the Friday night, how the Saturday opening event started. With Ben going out early doors. 4-3 defeat against Oliver Hagan in that one, who reached the semi-final later on in the weekend. 84 average in defeat. So he'd have been gutted to have got out early in that, knowing how well he played on Friday in qualifying. And for Mitchell Lorry, it was bounce back ability, because event number 1 he reached the semi-finals. Come to that more in a moment after we see the conclusion of leg number 2. Because this is brilliant darts, the cherry on the top of JPL night number 2.
57.
The standards again in the mid-90s, and Ben will surely be around about that stage soon. 88 and change, 173 after 12.
55.
Well, it's Mitchell Lorry who has earned the right to go for 1-2-2 first. Can't finish on this occasion. Both now sat on 1-1-8, but Lorry with 100 with one dart in hand.
42.
Leaves himself 80. Same result as the opening leg, but this time he doesn't have a blocker dart.
28.
Great attempt at the 118. Double top for 2-0. This will be a timely break. Clutch moment darts in the JPL.
60.
And Townley, an extension of the arm, double 10. That could be awkward.
10.
We've seen Archie self shimmy across a couple of times on the double 10. But that's handy for a lefty, but difficult for Townley.
Game shot.
Had to go in that. What a brilliant marker that was. Doubles his advantage. Scotland's international JDC Foundation Tour champion in 2024.
136.
Plenty scope and progression from everybody in the advanced tour.
55.
And top of that tree is Mitchell Lorry, 14-year-old and going places.
78. 81.
You're disappointed with only 81 after that beautiful first start.
60.
And you feel 2 treble visit is required here. Been finding his first start beautiful, but not backing it up. Leg number 3 of the final match of the night. The big fish is possible. Bullseye required for the big fish. 3-0 lead upcoming.
137.
Oh, and he pulled it. Great attempt with the 2 trebles.
133.
And we've all been there, haven't we? Back to business as Mitchell Lorry looks to treble his advantage. Pulls it. Goes inside.
17.
Again gives Townley an opportunity. And this is most certainly in his range. Double perhaps. That's where the eye line suggested. But it's Laurie who's back for 3-0. His scoring has been better throughout the legs to gift him these opportunities. And an 80 average and 3-0. He's cooking along nicely.
140.
Classy response from Ben. As we said, Mitchell on the Friday night of opening night, 5-2 defeat at the hands of Jayden Walker. Then beat Lewis Cook on the opening event with an 84 average. Jack Johnson he beat, so fella JPL players back to back. What an opening event that was. 84 and 89 averages. 4-2 and 4-3 respectively. Shoyers was his quarter-final opponent, and his averages didn't let up with an 86 before he lost out to eventual winner and JDC World Champion 5-1 Lex Passhauser. Brilliant, gritty performance over the weekend it was from Mitchell Laurie, as it was for Ben Townley, as we mentioned, reached the semi-final. We had a slight delay in his quarter-final, waiting for that result to come in. That board was slightly behind, and he was straight up for the semi-finals.
99.
So both players will be going into the weekend feeling that they've got a chance to win a tour.
41.
5 event winners on the JDC event. JDC tour for this guy.
65 score.
Wins event number 6 it was, sorry.
68.
1, 2 and 4 he won last season. And then he had a gap to 13, 16 and 19. Needs this. Unlucky from Ben again on the 3-figure checkout. Yeah, so 6 wins it was for Mitchell Laurie last year to advance to the premiere of JDC darts.
50 left. 69.
You thought you were on 72, didn't you?
69 scores.
99, sorry.
The scoreline certainly won't sit well with Ben. But you know he's got the class and the quality to respond. He's technically only a breakdown. Unless Mitchell Laurie can perform magic darts once again. 102 take, and Mitchell Laurie goes 1 away from the whitewash. What a brilliant set of darts that was. And it never looked like missing, did it?
100.
Shrugged off the 170 attempt.
100.
Didn't even remain in the back of his mind. And from a 5-0 victory in opening night for Ben Townley, he's staring a deficit on night number 2.
123.
Such is the strength and depth of the JPL. Such is the strength and depth, of course, of our youngsters. And our JDC Vault is a prime example and a prime opportunity for everybody to take advantage of that. Launching in April, everybody, if you haven't tuned in earlier on. Ages 8 to 17. No upfront memberships and limited spaces available. So check out our advertisements online, and also give Rob an email, express your interest. I'm sure we'll get pop-ups of that in between matches
134.
over the course of the weekend.
Yeah.
£6,000 prize pool
59.
and an opportunity to play at the Morningside Arena in Leicester on the finals.
130.
Of the World Grand Prix darts. 94 for a whitewash. Brilliant setup. Fantastic finish. Mitchell Murray has been ludicrously good. 5-0 victory with an 80 average. Ben Townley also 80 plus. He'll certainly be back over the course of the weekend and as the JPL progresses. But it's Mitchell's night. What a fine night it's been on the JPL. Thank you very much. I've been Carl Redden. And we'll see you real soon for JDC Advance action and JPL action. Good night, folks.
Job done, eh?
Thank God.
Oh, hey, that was quite a, how can I put it? Not workmanlike, but that was just a solid performance.
Yeah.
It felt good?
Yeah, it felt good. Happy to get the first win, especially when it's 5-0, so you're not conceding any more legs. But, you know, I'm just happy to win my first game. I feel like that's a monkey off the back.
Yeah. Mind you, he got off to a great start, 5-0 last week, so, you know, is this going to be like whoever's good on the day and that's it?
Yeah, that's it. Like, whoever's good in the day is going to win it. It's just one game, it doesn't. But, you know, I'm just really happy to win. Yeah. And I feel like I done good, and when he was down to a double, I just don't feel like I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance in 2 legs, but it was like high finishes. Then the 20 to make it 1-1 I thought was going, but then I just had to compose myself and take it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, like workmanlike. I wasn't trying to be like disrespectful. Obviously, you're a very talented player, but it just seemed like you were in the zone, and you're normally quite an animated player, but tonight you seemed very focused and not so animated.
Yeah, that's to Stuart. That's 360 performance. I've been working with him, and he's been helping me a lot, so I'd like to thank him for that.
Oh yeah, well, I've noticed. So, are you going to change your name soon?
No, it's staying.
We socks.
You
keep growing.
I know. It has to stay.
Keep growing. But no, that's stunning, mate. I really enjoyed that. Good game. Obviously, Ben's going to be disappointed, but then he won 5-0 the other week, so he knows how it feels to win. Your thoughts on the JPL? Getting prepared and sort of getting ready for the weekend?
Do you know what? A lot of people moaned about last game, but I loved it because obviously it's like a 5-hour drive, so it just gave me like enough time to practice, I think, and get settled in. And as we arrived at 3, I went in a shower, got changed, and we were straight here at the venue and just practicing. But obviously I need to pardon me.
No, that's fine.
Watch, like you can't just do 2 hours straight and then sit down for 2 hours. So I was just trying to mix it a wee bit. I wasn't trying to do too much and wasn't trying to do less than what I needed to do, and it just seemed to work.
It's a balancing act.
Yeah.
You know, these people watch these professionals on stage and they think it's all easy. You know, they've travelled or they've had to arrive at a certain time. They've got all the media stuff to do. We're asking you for interviews and all sorts. So hopefully not too much of a distraction because you know you've got a job to do.
Yeah.
So looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, can't wait. Really excited, confident now, which is happy. I've practiced this week more than what I did last weekend. I think I was a bit disappointed last weekend, but I didn't practice enough, so that's only my own fault.
Yeah. You've done a fantastic job, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Nice to get a W, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than an L or a draw. That's it from us, and a great game to finish off the night. We're back on April the 4th.
April the 4th.
And we'll do it all again. Thanks to Carl, thanks to the team, thanks to production, and everybody that's helped out tonight. We'll see you on April the 4th. take me to church.